Hey there. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tracy Medeiros, and welcome to Coffee and Me. I am so glad that you all could make it today. If not, do the video later, That's always a plus because I know everybody can't make it here at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, so that's cool. So do it whenever you can. Um, So I'm just gonna reiterate what I said on Monday in case folks didn't get a chance to watch the first video. Um, so last summer, while I was visiting my family in Indiana, um, I thought it might be fun to do a few early morning live streams. Um, and while I had my coffee out sitting behind the Ohio River, where I had rented my home. Um, And just to let you know, to give you guys a brief heads up, I will be taking Coffee and Me on the road wherever I go. So when I'm traveling, like when I'm going to Chicago, I'm going to be taking this to Chicago, and hopefully I can entice a few awesome guests to come on my show in Chicago. I'll also be taking it with me to Florida when I go to Florida and to Indiana, of course. I'll be traveling to Indiana. I will also be heading out to Tennessee with my group for a motorcycle ride all the way to Tennessee, which will be awesome because they're a good group of folks. They keep me whole. They also keep me right size too. Okay, without further ado, today's topic is going to be called the Bear Hugs Kettle. And what this does is that this guides us to be careful about clinging to things that we think are our comfort zones. Okay, so I hope you're ready for this nice little story. So the story goes, there's these folks, they're at a campsite, they're out hiking and stuff, and they're camping. They come back from their long walk, from their hike, and they sit around the fire. They get hungry, they want to start cooking, their meal, so they start cooking over an open campfire. So when they start to do that, they hear this strange noise coming from the woods. So they all get up and they walk away to investigate what the strange noise is. Meanwhile, while their food is cooking, they take off to investigate, and this bear just like strolls right on into the campsite while nobody's around, and he picks up the pot, that's cooking, realizes how hot it is. Now, I got to tell you a thing about bears, right? Is that when something hurts them, they instinctively want to crush it, right? And bring it closer to them, you know? So what happens is this bear, he starts crushing the kettle because it's burning him, right? So the thing is that when the bear's starting to crush, he's starting to crush the kettle, he keeps bringing it closer and closer and closer until eventually the bear dies, right? Which is like really sad, Unfortunately, this is how suicide attempt survivors are. Loss survivors can be the same way. We get in our comfort zones, and this is what it's like to be, in our comfort zone. That bear was in his comfort zone because his instinct was to crush the kettle because it was hurting them, right? So when we are not feeling as good as we like to be, we happen to stay with inside our comfort zones, and we keep bringing it closer and closer until eventually something happens to us. We die. You know, um, we fall into this deep depression. That we really can't get out of. It is really very hard um, for folks like us, suicide attempt survivors and loss survivors, um, that we cannot, you know, we get comfortable where we are and we don't want to move forward. But in the long run, all that bear had to do was just let go of the pot and he could live. The same thing with us. If we could just let go of whatever it is that keeps us in our comfort zones, you know, then, you know, we could live a life more worth living, right? So each day I choose to stay out of my comfort zones because if I do, I can live, I can be happy, you know, and that's up to you to decide what your comfort zone is and where you're at with your comfort zone, So if you realize that this comfort zone isn't really, doing it for you, you know, then you need to let go of that because if it's hurting you, you don't you don't want it to continue to hurt you, right? Um, so that's all I have for the story for today. I hope some folks learned some things from it. Um, I'm looking forward to doing more shows. And what else was I going to say? Um, I'll be back on Friday with a different topic. Okay. So just so you know, right, the Bear Hugs Kettle from the topic that comes from one of my workshops that I do with the Re-Energize and Reconnect Wellness Workshop program that I have. Okay. So just so you know, I'm taking bits and pieces and usually there's a discussion after this. We put in we talk about what our comfort zones are, and that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to think about what your comfort zone is, and why are you holding on so tight to that comfort zone, and why can't you let go? So that's something to think about, right? So, and that's what I want you all to do. I want you to think about that. And I'm going to have a different topic, different exercise. I posted in the chat earlier before the show started to say where you're all from. And also if you would like to explore a new wellness tool, please feel free, put it in the chat and I will do my best to talk about it and to get it out there, you know. So that's all I have for today. I want to thank everybody for joining me for this morning chat today, and hopefully I will see you all on Friday at 8:30.